Okay, so hi, so I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I'm pretty much just chilling out today. I did just get back from the gym. Today is a down day because I seriously need one. I was supposed to go see Cassie today, but I think I'm going to be seeing her tomorrow because she told me that she wasn't able to hang out today, which is fine. I do have a few things coming up this week, so it's not a big deal if I wasn't going out today. I literally went out to the Tuesday through Sunday, so I'm kind of happy that I'm not doing anything today. 'Cause I needed to clean and I'd rather just stay home because I don't really have money right now. So, um, I will be shooting my Sephora haul video tomorrow. I just want to pick up a couple more things tomorrow, even though today is the last day of the sale. Make sure you do your last minute shopping. But I got my 10% off code for Sephora a couple of days ago, so I'm just going to use that tomorrow and pick up the other like three things that I wanted from the sale. So, yeah, basically just gonna take my makeup off now and I'm gonna have a snack and then I'm gonna clean a little bit more and then probably have dinner with my family. I'm not sure if we're gonna be going out or if we're gonna be staying here. Sometimes I get a little bit nervous to take my makeup off because I never know what we're doing for dinner. So I might just take my lipstick off and just change into something, but like it's kind of annoying when I'm not able to like do my eyeshadow and stuff, like if we're going somewhere nicer like sushi or something. Like if we just go to Shake Shack, that's different. I kind of want Shake Shack tonight because I haven't had a burger in like a week or so. So anyway, I've been eating really bad lately though, that I'm kind of trying to stay away from greasy food. I really want sushi tonight too. So it's either sushi or a burger, but or we're just gonna stay home. I don't know. So anyway, I concealed with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the color Fair. And then I set that with the Laura Mercier Stick of Brightening Powder on the top and bottom of my under eyes. And then I went in with the MAC Merlot Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium. And then for the bronzer, I went in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And then for the blush, I used Benefit's Coralista Box Blush. I've been getting into more of my Benefit blushes again, probably because I just came out with a new one. And it looks so pretty. I really want it. I wanted to get it during the Ulta sale, but again, I pretty much saved up all my money for the Sephora sale, not the Ulta sale. So I really was not expecting Ulta to hit us with a 20% off code literally like a day or two after the Vibe sale started. I was like, are you serious? So I was a little bit annoyed about that, but whatever. I literally shopped every other sale except for the Ulta sale. So I shopped Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty before that. And then for the highlight, I used my new NARS Bonk Disable palette, and I used the first two shades in the palette. I'll go over the names later. I just don't feel like getting it out right now, but there's only three shades in the palette. It's like the white gold shade and the middle shade, which is like a gold shade. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I started with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Then I brushed through my brows with a spoolie and then set them with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I just primed them with the NYX Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Subculture. And then I filled them in with a MAC lipstick that I haven't used in forever. And I kind of really like how this looks for the gym because it's nice and sheer. It's not too much. I used the MAC Luster Cream Lipstick in the shade High Tea. I haven't used this in forever and it looks so pretty. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to go because I'm starving. So bye. Okay, so hi. So I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today, and I can't wait to take my makeup off because I filmed two videos today and I went out. So I am very pooped. I'm just trying to grab the eyeshadow palette that I used today. So I went to happy hour with my friend Cassie and my friend Lisa. We went out around like 4 o'clock and I picked her up and we went to Target. We went to go get gas and then we went to go eat. And then our friend met us for happy hour and then we went to Sephora so I could get like a couple more things with my 10% off coupon. So I wore my Forever 21 birdie shirt just, you know, to be super chill today. Really love it. And then I just wore like this really nice warm neutral eye that I'm kind of obsessed with. So I primed my face with the, I'm so tired right now, so forgive me if I'm a little bit off. So I primed my face with the Urban Decay Prep Prime Makeup Priming Spray and the Stila One Step Corrector. And then I went in with the Dior Skin Dior Skin. I actually have it right here. Ugh. The Dior Skin Forever Perfect Makeup in the shade 014 Fair Almonds. So I used that again today. I love how it came out today. It was so pretty. And then, of course, for the concealer, I used the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Sealer in the shade Fair Light. And then I set my face with the Giorgio Armani Limited Silk Powder Foundation in the color 2. You guys know I've been obsessed with it lately, so I can't put it down. And then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-hour primer and then went over that with the same Giorgio Armani powder. And then I went in with the Viseart Warm Neutral Matte Palette today because I did pick this up during the sale. So I really wanted to test it out today because this was the first time that I was trying it out. So I used quite a few of the shades today. So I used this shade as my transition shade, I believe. Yeah, this one right here. Then I darkened up the crease more with this beautiful yellow shade. Then I darkened it up more on, well, I used this as my actual crease shade, and then I darkened it up more with this orange shade. No, I didn't. Oh my god. No, Caitlin. Okay, let's try again. So I used this shade as my transition shade. I used the orange shade as my crease shade. And then I used this beautiful, vibrant, like orangey red shade as my crease shade to darken it up more. And then for my outer corners, I used this like burnt red orange shade. And then for the lid, I went in with ColourPop's Game Face on my lid. But I felt like it wasn't as pigmented as I wanted it to be because I feel like the eyeshadow is getting a little bit dried out. So I decided to go over it with the Kat Von D Metal Crush eyeshadow in the shade Dose, and I really like how it turned out. So that's why I end up doing usually. I usually use the ColourPop shadows as a base, and then I go over it with the Metal Crush shadows because I hadn't used it in a while, so I really wanted to use it today. And then for the brow bone, I just used this shade from the palette. So that's everything that I used from this palette. And so far, I really like it, but I will update you guys my thoughts. It's not my absolute all-time favorite eyeshadow palette, but so far, I really like it. So that's what I used on my eyes. And then I lined my eyes with the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in the shade Mad Max Brown. Please don't crush anything, Caitlin. And then I went in with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara on the top. And then I concealed under my eyes with the Tarte Concealer and the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. And then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And then I lined my waterline with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Slide On Liner in the shade Whiskey. And then I highlighted the inner corners with Makeup Geeks in the Spotlight and I'm Peachless. No, yeah. I'm Peachless, or was it the other shade? Maybe it was Mai Tai. Maybe I used Mai Tai instead. I don't know. It was one of the dual chrome shadows. You know what I mean. And then I went in with the MAC Simply Giga Black Lash on the bottom lashes. Then I bronzed up the skin with the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea. And then I used the MAC blushes in the shade Style and Modern Mandarin on my cheeks. And then I highlighted with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Skin Twinkle Lighting Palette in the shades... oh my god, I'm like totally brain farting. In the shades Daylight and Spotlight, so I use this shade and this shade, but I just don't feel like it was peach enough, so I used the Champagne Pop by Becca just to add a little bit more of like a peachy tone, and I really like how it turned out. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I set everything with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Then I primed my lips with the NYX Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the Makeup Forever Lip Pencil in the shade 1C. And then I filled them in with the Makeup Forever Artist Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade 103. I am so sorry. I'm so tired. I will have a full liquid lipstick check-in and review on this lipstick. So yeah, that's it. Bye! Okay, so hi, so I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I did hang out with my boyfriend today, and we ended up going to Riverhead to explore around there a little bit. We didn't really do much, though. We just went out to eat, and then we ended up stumbling on a Kmart, so we just went there, and that was pretty much it, and then he took me back to his house, because by that point, it was about like 9:30, and then I went home. So I wore something very orangey today. I wore my orange Anthropology shirt, and then I wore a Free People jacket over it because I thought that this would be really cute together, because I usually only end up wearing this with my, with one of my other shirts, but I thought it would be really cute with this today. And plus it was a little bit colder outside, so I thought that this would be just a little bit warmer than what I was wearing originally. And I wear that tan sweater with like everything, so I was like, I don't really want to wear it again today. Like I wear it like all the time. So anyway, I did film a chit chat get ready with me / voiceover get ready with me on this look, so that will be up in like a week or two. Sorry, I'm just looking at YouTube for a second. So I primed my face with the Urban Decay Prep Prime Makeup Quick Fix Setting Spray. The Urban Decay Quick Fix Prep Priming Spray. There you go, Caitlin. And the Stila One Step Corrector. And then I went in with the Dior Skin Forever Foundation in the color Fair Almond. And then I concealed with a new concealer today. I used the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer in the color Fair Light. I have not used it yet today, so I really wanted to try it out today. So far, I like it. Not sure I'm in love with it yet, but I will update you guys on how I feel. It does look really pretty right now, and I feel like my skin looks very natural right now, and I really love how this foundation makes my skin look because it makes it look very natural. And then I set my face with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder Foundation in the color 2. Then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox Photo Finish eye primer. And then I went over it with the same Giorgio Armani powder. And then I went in with the Visart Neutral Matte. I always don't know if it's Visart or Viseart, but I call it Viseart, but I'm pretty sure it's Visart. So I went in with the Visart Neutral Matte Palette again today, the Warm Neutral Matte Palette, to test it out again. And I used mostly the same shades that I used yesterday. I used this shade as my transition shade, and then I used this shade as my crease shade. Then I used this shade as my crease shade to darken it up, and then I used this orangey shade on the outer corners. And then I also popped this on my lower lash line as well. And then I used this color on the brow bone. And then for my lid, I used Makeup Geek's Flamethrower. I like how it looks, but honestly, I always get more pigment out of my ColourPop eyeshadows like Kathleen Lights and Game Face, but I wanted to wear this today to get some use out of it, but honestly, like, I feel like my ColourPop shadows do such a better job. So that was basically all I used from the palette. So I used about 5 of the shades. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just like 5 of them, just to use like the warmer tones in here, because that's basically what I'm going to be using this palette for. And then I line my eyes with the Kat Von D Tattoo ink liner in the shade Trooper. And then I went in with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara on the top. Then I concealed under my eyes with the Smashbox Concealer and the MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose, and then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And then I highlighted the inner corners with Makeup Geek's in the Spotlight and Mai Tai, and then I went in with the MAC Extended Play Cake Black Lash on the bottom lashes, and like I said, I smudged this color and a little bit of this color on the lower lash line. So yeah, that was pretty much it from the palette. And then I bronzed up the skin with the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea. And then I went in with a new blush today. I used the Benefit Box Blush in the shade California. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. It wasn't really picking up that much product on the brush. Like, it was very sheer. So I'm going to test it out more, but like, it didn't last very long and it's not very pigmented, so I don't know how I feel about it. And then for the highlight, I used the NARS Bonk Disable palette, and I used the middle shade, and then I topped it off with some Champagne Pop, because you guys know I can't really do a peachy look without using Champagne Pop, so I did pop that on as well. Then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I started thinking Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Then I filtered my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Then I primed my lips with the NYX NYX Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Subculture. And then I filled them in with the Marc Jacobs liquid, Marc Jacobs the Marc Liquid Lip Cream in the shade Fawn Over Me, and then I went over it with the Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss in the shade Peach Fuzz, because I just wanted a little bit more of that peachy orange, because I was wearing orange today. I would have went in with a different lipstick, but since I wanted to make it a first impressions video, I wanted to use the Marc Jacobs lipstick. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So bye! Okay, so hi, so I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I've kind of been addicted to these orangey warm looks lately. I've been kind of doing those more. Even though my crease is not like perfect today, I had to keep on like relining my eyes and then going over with the glitter again, so it kind of got a little bit messy, but overall I do like how it turned out. I had to do it within like an hour because I ended up going out today even though I wasn't really planning to. I did ask one of my friends to catch up with him and just go to Starbucks, but he ended up being unavailable. So I asked Cassie what she was doing, and she was like, oh, you're hanging out with me, because I was like, oh, what are you doing today? And he's like, she's like, hanging out with me, of course. So we ended up going to lunch today. So she told me a little bit after 2 to come over, and we were going to go to the Village and get some food and get some ice cream because we had been dying to go to Ben & Jerry's together, so we finally ended up going there today after we ate. So we went to the Village. It's like a little bit, it's like the other part of my town. Like, I live in this town, and then there's like south of this town, and then there's like the Village, so that's like further down like a one road, and then there's the Village, and that's still like the town that I live in. I'm not gonna say what town, but you guys know obviously I live in New York. But yeah, so I did I used like a palette along with one of the Stila glitters today because I wanted to show Cassie how the Stila glitters look, and I thought that she was going to wear hers, so that's why I wore one of mine too. But also I've been planning on wearing one of them at least recently, so I've just been really playing around with orangey looks lately because when it gets warmer, like in the springtime, I'm like obsessed with like Dusty Rose looks and like, you know, fun like pinky blue looks, and then I love warm orangey eyes in the springtime. So I've been doing this like for 3 days in a row already. So anyway, I wore my Free People shirt today. This is like a longer kind of tunic top, and then I wore it with I just hate how it like kind of sits sometimes. It kind of sits weird. And then I just wore a cami underneath. Obviously, I can't wear it by itself. And then I just wore my typical shirt that I usually wear everything with. Sorry. My computer got unplugged. And then I just wore a denim jacket over it because it's not warm enough to just wear this by itself yet. So, yeah, it was really fun. I was kind of thinking about shooting my favorites video today, but I am so tired, and I did film the first impressions video yesterday, and I filmed my haul the day before, so I don't really have to film anything today. So I'll probably film my favorites video on Sunday night when I get back home on Sunday. So anyway, I primed my face with the because I wasn't really sure if I was going out. Like, I planned to just like stay in and watch shows and stuff, but probably just I'm gonna take my makeup off now because I already ate out with her, and then we had ice cream, so I'm pretty full right now, so I don't really need to eat anything else. So yeah, that's basically it. So I primed my face with the Urban Decay Prep Prime Quick Fix Spray and the Stila One Step Corrector because I'm trying to use up the Stila One Step Corrector, so I've just been using that. And then I went in with an drugstore foundation today. I didn't want to use the Dior one because it kind of takes too long to work in sections, and I just wanted to use this foundation today because I just love how it makes my skin look, and I wanted to use it today. So I used the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Dewy and Smooth Foundation in the color 110 Porcelain. I love it. It's just so pretty. And then I concealed again with the Smashbox 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer, the Studio Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Light. I don't know how I feel about this concealer. Honestly, I'm not as crazy about it as I am about the Tarte concealer. I do like the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealer a lot more than this one. I feel like this one only lasts like a couple of hours, or it like has a very thin formula, so I feel like it's already creasing like after you already set it. But the Tarte one, it's still like a thin formula, but it's very hydrating and it just does everything I want the Smashbox concealer to do. Like, the Tarte one just looks so pretty under my eyes and it's so hydrating. Like, this is a hydrating concealer. Like, it doesn't feel drying whatsoever. It feels like nothing, but I don't know if I really love the applicator for it. It kind of doesn't dispense enough product onto your face, so I'm still going to test it out more, but I'm probably not going to wear it on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday because I'm going to have my makeup last all day Saturday and Sunday, and tomorrow, I mean, I'm going to be wearing makeup the next 3 days, so, yeah. I'm not sure what I'm wearing tomorrow yet, though. And then I set my face with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder Foundation in the color 2, and then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-Hour Primer, and then went over that with the same Giorgio Armani powder. And then I used Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie as my transition shade today. I really need to use that shade more because I'm like slowly gonna hit pan on it. So I want to make sure I hit pan on it before I make my halfway year update of like products I've hit pan on. Okay, and then I went in with, sorry, my mom was in the other room. Then I went in with the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette today, and I really wanted to use it with one of my Stila glitters, so I used the shade Air in my crease. Then I darkened up the crease more with Empress, and then I used Duchess on the outer corners, and that was basically it. And then I used the Stila glitter, and I used the shade Rose Gold Retro, the Stila Magnificent Metal Glitter and Glow eyeshadow in the shade Rose Gold Retro. Sorry, I'm just looking at something for a second. I was like, I hope they're not like closing, so that would be a tragedy. And then I went in with a Makeup Geek blush for the brow bone. I went in with Vanilla Bean. And then I used a couple of colors from the Queen of Hearts palette on my lower lash line and the inner corners. So I've just been doing very simple looks with like orange on the lower lash line. I've just been really loving like a warm orange crease with an orange under eye and some liner. I don't know, I've just like really been digging it lately. But the liner that I used the Kat Von D Tattoo liner in the shade Trooper, but since I used it with a glitter, it doesn't really come out, you know, the way that I want it to. So I had to go over it a little bit with the Urban Decay 24/7 Razor Sharp eyeliner in the shade Perversion. But it transfers so much if you don't let it dry properly. And it kept on transferring on this side and I was like going insane. But the Colored Rain colors are so pigmented. I like put on like a couple of swipes on my brush and then I swiped it in my crease again. It literally brushed away this color and even the glitter. Like it completely covered up the glitter and I didn't even go directly there with the brush. It just covered it because of like the fallout that was falling off of the brush. I was like, are you serious? This is super pigmented. Like, so I was going over it again and it literally covered like all of this up. So I had to go in with those 3 colors again. I was like going crazy. I was like, oh my god, can this just like not transfer to my crease? So the eyeliner was driving me nuts. And then I just went in with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara just because I didn't feel like whipping out another one. And then I just concealed with the Smashbox concealer under my eyes. I didn't have time to use the MAC Prep and Prime. And then I just set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. And then for the lower lash line, I went in and smudged Empress on the lower lash line. And then I highlighted the inner corners with Your Majesty from the palette. And then I used Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide-On Slide-On Liner in the shade 0 on my lower lash line. And then I went in with the MAC Extended Play Black Lash. And then I bronzed up the skin with the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea. And then I went in with the Becca Cosmetics Mineral Blush in the shade Wild Honey. And then for the highlight, I used the Bobbi Brown highlighter in the shade Bronze Glow. And then I again popped on a little bit of Champagne Pop just to intensify it a little bit more from Becca. Just haven't been able to put it down lately because I haven't used it in a while and I love using it with these types of looks with like these orangey looks. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I started thinking the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. My brows look jacked, but I filled them in with the Anastasia Brow Definer, and then I set that with the Clear Brow Gel from Anastasia. And then for my lips, I did go in with basically the same lip color that I wanted to wear yesterday, but I wanted to wear that Marc Jacobs lipstick to do that first impressions video, so I used this lipstick today. So I primed my lips with the NYX lip primer, then I lined them with the Makeup Forever Aqua lip liner in the shade 1C, and then I filled them in with the Balm Cosmetics, I think I have it here, no I don't, the Balm Cosmetics liquid lipstick, Meet Matte Hues liquid lipstick in the shade Sincere, and then I went over it with the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade My Jam, just because I wanted to make it a little bit more metallic. I love this shade so much. It's so beautiful. And I really love how it like tied the whole look together. So yeah, that's it. Bye. And I love these Meet Matte Hues lipsticks. I don't know how some people like the Jouer lipsticks over these. I love these. Some people don't like them. I'm like, they are so good. They're so comfortable. And they stay on just as well. They're a bomb lipstick. Like, this is a really good formula, and they don't go anywhere. They're just so good. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hi. So I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I wore another one of my Free People shirts today. I just have been really into my tunic shirts and like more colorful shirts recently. So I wore that with a white blazer today because it was super warm. And also, I went out with my boyfriend today. Oh, sorry, I'm so tired. And we went to eat, and then we went to and then we went mini golfing, so that was fun. And we were originally supposed to go out to Long Beach and go like on the boardwalk and stuff. But then he told me when I got there that he didn't want to drive too far because since we were going pretty far tomorrow to Jersey, then he didn't want to drive out far on the island since, you know, we're taking his car tomorrow, so we didn't really want to use too much gas. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, we can stay local. So, yeah, I am so tired though. So yeah, we went mini golfing, and then we also hit off of the driving range as well, so that was fun. And then we went to BJ's just so he could shop, and then we just chilled back at his house and watched some Modern Family because it was rerunning. So anyway, I primed my face with the Urban Decay Quick Fix Prep Priming Spray and the Stila One Step Corrector. And then I went in with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the color 2. Get it together, Caitlin. And for the concealer, I used the the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Sealer in the shade Fair Light. And then I set my face with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder Foundation in the color 2. Then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox Photo Finish primer. And then went over that with the same Giorgio Armani powder. And then originally I was going to go in with ColourPop shadows today because I was using one of my pressed ColourPop shadows, Super Shock shadows on my lid. But then I decided to go in with some more of the Viseart Neutral Matte palette today. The Warm Neutral Matte palette. I keep on calling it the Neutral Matte palette because I wanted to try out more of the neutral shades in here because I haven't really tested those out. So I kind of used a few of these shades today. So I used this shade in my crease because I used ColourPop's Firefly, of course, as my transition shade. Then I went in with this shade. Then I darkened up the crease more with this shade right here. And then I used this shade on my outer corners. And that was pretty much it. And then I popped this one on the brow bone again. So I've mostly used all of them except for this one. I mean, I think I've tested out those two. So I might have used actually all of them. But I haven't like worn like a couple of them out. I just like tested them out, but I mostly have worn like these 3 parts already, so that's pretty good. I've tested out almost every color because I'm trying to test it out thoroughly and give you guys a full review. I'm probably going to post a full review of this along with alternatives for you guys because I really want to give alternatives on this palette because like I said, I don't know if I love this palette, so I really want to give you guys like cheaper alternatives, you know, like a cheaper palette. And I don't know, just like something that's more not as pricey because I don't think it's really worth the $80. I think it was better if you got the discount on it. I would not have bought this if it was didn't have the discount. So but yeah, I am enjoying them. It's not like they're bad shadows. And then for the lid, I used ColourPop's Flower Child, which I absolutely love, so I used that for my lid. And then for the highlight, I just used this shade. I usually have been using this every time on my brow bone. So that's pretty much it from the palette. So nothing else really that exciting. And then I line my eyes with the Stila Sail Day eyeliner in the shade Black and a little bit of the Kat Von D ink liner in Trooper. And then I went in with the Cosmetics Superhero Mascara on the top. And then I concealed under my eyes with the Tarte Forest of the Sea Concealer and the Matte Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. And then I set that with the Mercier Stick Brightening Powder. Then I lined my waterline with the ColourPop Gel Liner in the shade Fast Lane. And then I highlighted the inner corners with Ignite from Kat Von D. And, what was the other shade? I had to go over it a little bit because it was like way too pigmented. So I used Makeup Geek's Charmed foiled eyeshadow as well because it was like way too much green from the Kat Von D one. Like I always forget after I like dip it in again if I want to add more pigment. It's like super green from that palette. So yeah. But I really like how the eyes turned out today. I like how the look turned out. So, and then I went in with the MAC Centiplate Black Lash. Then I bronzed up the skin with the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea. I honestly can't put it down when the months get warmer. And then I went in with the Balm Cosmetics blush in the shade Balm Beach. It's actually not called Balm Beach. I think it's called Warm It Up or something like that. I just thought it was called Balm Beach because it said that on the front, but I think it actually has a name on the back. So, but it's just called the Balm Beach. So I used that because I thought we were going to walk on the beach and stuff like that, so I kind of wanted to make it themed. I know I'm such a dork, but then we ended up not going to the beach, so whatever. And then I highlighted with the Anastasia Sun Dipped Glow Kit, and I used the shades Summer and Moonstone. I just love these highlights. I never get tired of them. I just am trying to use more of my Anastasia highlighters lately. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I started thinking the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Then I primed my lips with the NYX Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Strip Down. And then I filled them in with the Too Faced Melted Matte Lipsticks in these shades Cool Girl and Child Star. I mixed the two together. I was originally going to use Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow, but it was a little bit too great, like it wasn't like the right shade that I was going for. This is more of the shade that I wanted to go for, more of like a pinky cool tone nude rather than like a yellowy brown kind of nude. So yeah, I like how this looked better. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm super excited for tomorrow, so bye! Alright, so I'm going to try and record my makeup look super fast because my boyfriend's about to be here so we can go to Medieval Times. I'm so excited. So I wore this Disney villain shirt and I paired it with like a red lip and like a nude lip. I mean, not a red lip, like kind of warm red eye with like a grayer tone nude. So I primed my face with the Urban Decay Prep Prime Quick Fix Spray and the Stila One Step Corrector. Then I went in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the color Vanilla and the Urban Decay All Nighter in the shade 0.5. I always use those two foundations when I need my makeup to be foolproof. And then I use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the color Fair Neutral because, again, I always use that when I need my makeup to be foolproof. And the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose, and then I set my face with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium. Then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-Hour Primer and then went over that with the same MAC powder. And then I went in with all Makeup Geek shadows today. I used the Manny MUA Makeup Geek palette, so I used the shade Peach Smoothie first, just a single shadow, and then I went in with the palette, and I used the shade Sora in the crease, and I darkened it up more with Mars. I kind of wanted a little bit of red in there. And then on the outer corners, I used Aphrodite, and then for the lid, I used the foiled shadow in Luna, and then I went over it with the Urban Decay liquid glitter liner in the shade Midnight Cowboy, and then I went in with Vanilla Bean on the top. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this later, so at least you got to see my makeup kind of nice, so yeah, bye. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you guys the rest of my makeup look. Sorry that I couldn't finish it earlier. I think I was on eyeliner, so I lined my eyes with the Stila Sail Day eyeliner in the shade Black. I'm sorry, I'm so tired, so forgive me if I look like really run down. And then I went in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara on the top. Then I concealed under my eyes with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the color Fair and Neutral and the MAC Prep and Prime and Radiant Rose. Then I set my under eye with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Then I lined my waterline with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide on Slide On Pencil in the shade 0, and then I highlighted the inner corners with Artemis, and then I went in with the MAC Center Plate Giga Black Lash. Then I bronzed up the skin with the Galactic Cabo Bronzer, and then I went in with the Kat Von D Everlasting Blush in the shade Bellissima, and then I highlighted with the Becca Shimmer Skin Perfector Pressed in Opal. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass with the Air Light Powder, then I started thinking the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. Then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I primed them with the NYX Lip Primer, and then I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Strip Down, and then I filled them in with the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Bow and Arrow. And that's it. Sorry, I'm just really tired, so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, so hi, so I just wanted to tell you about my makeup look for today. I am literally so exhausted from last night that I'm actually really happy that I'm home right now. I spent about 4 hours out, but I literally only spent about 2.5 hours with my friends. No, not even, like 2 hours with my friends, and I left them at like 6:30 or 6:40, something like that. I got home around like 10 minutes ago. I went to go meet Becca and Jose, like I said last night, but we weren't able to meet Phil because he wasn't able to make it to where we were because his car's crap. Which I was going to ask my friend earlier if he was actually going to be able to make it to where we were. But then I just texted him myself because I was so annoyed that I was waiting for my friends for an hour. And the fact that I can't really blame the other person that's in her car, Jose, because, you know, it's not my car, it's not his car, it's Becca's car. So basically, you know, it falls on Becca to tell me where they are. And she, you know, she tells me that she's going to keep me updated, and then she doesn't. So I got there 5 minutes after 3. They didn't get there till 4:15. So I was waiting for them for an hour. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, I'm getting hungry. You told me to leave and meet you there. But then Jose wanted to go to another store before they saw me. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, if he knew he wanted to stop, he could have texted me too and been like, I'm sorry, we kind of got held up because we went somewhere else. Like, just because she's driving doesn't mean he can't text me and tell me what the situation is. Like, he has my number too. So I don't understand why it's so hard for people to communicate with people. Like, literally, I'm the only person that will tell people if I'm running late, or I might just not give a fuck because the person has made me wait so many times. So I've literally went to see her on purpose later than I would say, because I would do it on purpose because sometimes she would make me wait too long. So anyway, I wore my Once Upon a Time hook shirt today. It was really cold today though, so I still brought a jacket with me. But I really wanted to wear this today. I was planning on wearing it because me and Becca both have the same shirt, but she didn't really see that I was wearing it, but whatever. So basically, we walked around the outlets. I met them at Hot Topic, and we always, you know, shop around Hot Topic. And then we went to a couple of other stores, and then we were all hungry, so we went to Johnny Rockets. And then we went to like a couple of stores after that, and then he had to go home, so it was basically only 2 hours, which is fine because honestly, I don't think I would have wanted to be out longer. I am so exhausted from yesterday. I'm so happy to relax tonight because I'm still supposed to be seeing Cassie tomorrow, and then I think Tuesday is going to be my first day where I don't have to do anything. And then Josh, I think I see Josh on Wednesday, and then Thursday I'm supposed to go see Guardians of the Galaxy with Becca, so we'll see. So anyway, I prime my face with the Urban Decay Prep Priming Spray, Quick Fix Spray, and the Stila One Step Corrector. And then I went in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in the color 110 Porcelain. It looked so pretty today. This foundation is amazing. Like, it makes your skin look so amazing, but it's full coverage, but still, doesn't it look like so natural? Like, it's just so pretty. I love it. And then I concealed with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealer again in the color Fair, and the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. And then I set my face with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Powder Foundation in the color 2. Then I primed my eyes with the Smashbox 24-Hour Primer, and then went over that with the same Giorgio Armani powder. And then I went in with 2 ColourPop shadows today, and then the rest were Makeup Geek. But again, honestly, I'm getting so annoyed with like the Makeup Geek foiled shadows transferring, and then it like makes your eye look fade. It's a little bit annoying. So I used Firefly first, of course, and then I used Say I Do. And then I used Cupcake from Makeup Geek in the crease, but you can't really see it anymore because I wasn't going to reapply it again if I'm just going to take it off. But I'm thinking about recording my favorites video right now, but at the same time, I'm so tired. I might just save it for tomorrow after I see Cassie. I'm still not really sure. And then for my lid, I used the foiled shadow in Charmed. And then for the outer corners, I wanted to use Jester. But again, it kind of like faded a lot from the outer corners, so. And then for the brow bone, I used Vanilla Bean, of course. And then I lined my eyes with the Stila Sail Day eyeliner in the shade Black. And then I also went over it with the Kat Von D tattoo liner, ink liner in Trooper, just to make it a little bit more pigmented. And then I used the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara again on the top lashes. Then I concealed under my eyes with the Tarte concealer, and then the MAC Prime Radiant Rose. And then I set that with the Laura Mercier Secret Branding Powder. Then I lined my waterline with the ColourPop gel liner in the shade Fastlane, and then I highlighted the inner corners with Makeup Geek's Whimsical and a little bit of Rockstar, which is the dual chrome shadow, and I really like how it turned out. And then I went in with the MAC Senpai Black Lash on the bottom lashes. And then I bronzed up my skin with the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea. And then I used the blushes from Makeup Geek in Spellbound and a little bit of Head Over Heels just to make it a little bit pinker. And then for the highlight, of course, I used the Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, and I used the shades Kitty Cat and Forever Lit. I swear, Kitty Cat is so amazing. It's one of my all-time favorites. And then I went over everything with the Hourglass Ethereal Light Powder. Then I set everything with the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. I did get a bit shiny though, but I like it. Then I filled in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Definer in Caramel, and then set that with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then for my lips, I primed them with the NYX Lip Primer. Then I lined them with the MAC Lip Pencil in the shade Dervish. And then I filled them in with a liquid lipstick first, and then I topped it with a little bit of a matte lipstick. So I used Kat Von D's Everlasting Lipstick, liquid lipstick in the shade Love Sick. And then I topped it off with a little bit of Lovecraft, the Studded Kiss lipstick, because I wanted to wear Lovecraft, but at the same time I still wanted the look of a liquid lipstick. Like, I didn't want it to be like as matte as a regular lipstick, so I kind of mixed the two together. And also the Lovecraft lipstick kind of tones down the purple that is in the Lovesick lipstick a little bit more, so it's kind of a little bit more pink rather than like a purpley pink. So I really like how it turned out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to record my favorites video because I'm like really annoyed by this eye, and honestly I'm really tired, so I might just take off my makeup and just record my favorites video tomorrow, because my favorites videos are always so long that like, but at the same time I probably would be more able to record it today than tomorrow because my mom's probably going to be home tomorrow night. But I usually just record them when she's in the shower. But that's it. Bye!